You're chilling with C-Note the greatest. It's on. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your boy C-Note and I'm back again with another video. So today's video, we're going to be talking about defense. So if you guys are ready for this, man, I hope you guys are excited. Go ahead and hit that like button and leave me a comment down below. Now, a lot of you guys seem very interested in finding out different methods of playing defense. Now, this is what I need from you guys. I need you guys to watch the full video because the tips that I'm going to give you in this video will have you out here shutting down your opponents. For my day ones out there, y'all leave me a comment so I know who watched this, alright? I'm gonna be looking in the comments section. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, there are a few tips in NBA 2K that you could use to become a better defender. Now, trust me, we all know that sometimes it's a little bit difficult to actually play solid defense in NBA 2K18. But the tips we're about to get into will have any NBA 2K18 player playing like a lockdown defender. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Hopping right into tip number 1 is always know what archetype you are going up against. This seems very simple, but sometimes people just do not pay attention about the archetype they are facing. Now, with knowing the archetype that you are facing, this will better help you strategize a game plan to defend that opponent. Now, note, gang, y'all like this video up and also comment down below if I should make a guide explaining how to defend every archetype in this game. Now, with the different archetypes being in this game, there are different ways to shut these archetypes down. Y'all let me know if that guide would be very helpful for you. But back into what I was saying, knowing what archetype you are going against will definitely help you and your team out. I think that everyone knows that you're not going to leave a pure sharpshooter open for 3 in the corner. So this has to be my number 1 tip for you guys. Now, we're going to go ahead and roll into number 2. Now, when it comes to playing at the park, I always see this at the park. We always find that there's a point guard that just loves to spam dribble moves. We all went up against it. We all hate it. I get it. I already know. Now, it's too often that I see the defender moving side to side with the ball handler. All you simply have to do is just stand in one spot. Just stay in front of him. If you move way too much as a defender, all they're really going to do is just drive on you and they're going to go baseline. When it comes to situations like this, no, you do not have to spam square. You can still play defense. All you have to do is stay in front of the ball handler, all right? That's all you have to do. Be close enough to contest any shot he might put up. Now, this leads to our next tip. Our next tip is to always play the passing lanes. Now, you guys might have to practice this tip because it takes a little bit of skill and a little bit of timing. What I mean by playing the passing lanes is to do your best on reading when a pass is coming. So usually when I'm playing Pro-Am, you see me pressing square when my guy doesn't even have the ball. That's just because I have a feeling that a pass is coming soon. I want to shut out my opponent. I don't even want him to catch the ball. Now, all this takes is just timing and knowledge of when a pass is about to happen. So go anywhere like walk on or park to practice this tip right here. Now, this is a very good tip that'll have you guys leading more fast breaks. If you can get a quick read on that ball, then boom, you are off to the races and you will be leading that fast break. Hopefully the fast break will end in a couple points. Going into our next tip of this video is when it comes to being screened by your opponent, you must avoid the screens at all costs. Now, this tip right here is very easy when you have communication with your teammates. Without communication, how will you guys know when you're going to switch off the screen? How will you guys know if you're supposed to fight through the screen? You guys know what I'm saying? Like, you have to communicate with your teammates. What a lot of you guys don't understand is that basketball is a team sport. So when it comes to either me or one of my boys getting screened, we usually communicate and we play both sides of the screen. If he goes right, I'ma get him. If he goes left, we switching off. Simple as that. Communicate with your teammates. That has to be one of the best tips in this video, communication. Now for our next tip. Our next tip is to contest every shot. Now, it's way too often that I see the big man always jumping in the paint. You guys are literally 7'3". There's no reason to be jumping in the paint. I know some of you guys are block hungry, but all you have to do is just hold your hands up in the air. To do this, all that I do is just hold my right stick up. That's all you have to do. Contest every shot. Make it hard for your opponent to score on you. Now we are winding down to our last 3 tips of this video. Now we're going to go ahead and get into this next tip. Now we all know that slashers are one of the most cheesiest archetypes in this game. That's just a fact. One of the tendencies that slashers have is to always drive baseline. So if you ever find yourself in this situation where you are guarding a slasher, it doesn't matter if he's a two-way or whatever, any slashing archetype, and they are going baseline, you need to cut off that baseline. You can do certain things as meet them there or just cut off the baseline every time. Force them to the middle of the court. By doing this, you will force your opponent to find different ways to score on you. Now, a lot of people in this game really don't shy too far from what they usually do all of the time. So if you go out there and take the baseline away from a slasher and you make him find his shot or another way to score on you, it'll be a lot easier to defend. Taking that baseline away from a slasher will, 1, leave them more vulnerable to make a bad pass, and 2, making it a lot harder to get buckets on you. So always keep this tip in mind when you're going against that nasty slashing build. Now for our next tip, it's for those people that are going to listen to this whole video and still be some doo-doo at defense. This is what you might need to do. You might need to make a whole nother build, but this time you're going to want to make a 2-way. Now I have 2 of the most overpowered 2-way builds down below in the description. I got the build video already out for you guys, so go check that out. Now some of you guys might be like, why C-No? Why do I need a 2-way? Well, this is why. Did you guys know that 2-ways have some of the most overpowered defending animations in the game? Bro, if you couldn't play defense, not even a lick of defense, when you bring out that 2-way, bruh, your game will change completely. These builds are very easy to use. So like I said, if you guys are interested into turning up and just turning your game all the way around on defense and playing a little bit of offense, then check out those 2 builds that I have down below in the description. Now for our last tip of the video is to practice. Some of these tips take a lot of practice. You need to practice on what to look for and when to look for it. These are some of the tips that some of the best 2K players are using right now. So all you have to do to practice this is to play more, communicate more. You can play with a team, but you know what else is good practice? Is playing with random people. Communicate with randoms. At the end of the day, it is all practice and being familiar with animations. That's all it is. 2K is a very easy and simple game. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. Y'all let me know if I should make a part 2. I think if we get 200 likes on this video, I will go ahead and make that part 2. Shout out to all my Note Gang supporters. Shout out to you guys. Make sure y'all leave me a comment down below so I can holla at y'all, man. I greatly appreciate y'all, bro. So I'm going to show some love back to y'all. If you guys are brand new, go ahead and hit that sub button for your boy and join the Note Gang, one of the most lit families on this YouTube platform. But until next time, y'all, it's been your boy C-No, and I'm up out of here.
Ugly got ball like a maverick,
Thanks,
just like a maverick. Watch me ball out like a maverick, just like a maverick. Watch me ball out like a maverick. Get your bitch gone just like magic, cause I ball out like a maverick. I see that booty, I grab it, cause I ball out like a maverick, just like a maverick. Watch me ball out like a maverick, just like a maverick. Watch me ball out like a maverick.